Hello and welcome back to another installment to Fodder. In this video, I'm going to continue my coverage of Jurassic World Alive Update 1.14. And with this video, I'm going to introduce to you the final creature currently available in the update. Now, while there were 7 creatures announced with this update, one of them is currently not available by any means. And as soon as there is more information on this creature, I will make sure and provide it to you. But the creature I'm going to cover today is going to be an epic hybrid. It is going to be Entelochops. A lot of people have already started to give this the nickname Pork Chops, and I think you'll see why here in just a minute. Like I mentioned before, this is an epic hybrid. That means it has 2 other components, and in this situation, they're both rare creatures. On the left, you have Moss Chops, and on the right, you have Entelodon. So already, you can see a bit of a dilemma. Entelodon already makes a legendary hybrid, and it is widely regarded as the second best creature in the game, Entelomoth. So you kind of have to decide, am I going to go for Entelochops, the epic, or am I going to save up and go for Entelomoth, the legendary? But I will let you guys decide which way you want to go on that. As for Entelochops, which is what we're here to discuss, the health stat, 2020, just like the year. I wonder if that was by design. The attack, 529, speed of 126, 20% armor, 5% crit. Relatively easy to level up, as both the rare components, you only need 50 DNA per fuse. But as a hybrid, this could potentially have a super hybrid somewhere down the line. So you decide if you want to go up to level 15, up to level 20, or if you just want to say YOLO and go as high as you want. Looking at the base move, Superiority Strike, we've covered this numerous times. It is a 1-time turn that's going to cleanse distractions and reduce your target speed 50% for 1 turn. And Entelochops has 2 revenge attack possibilities. The first is Revenge Decelerating Impact. The standard move for this is a 1.5 times attack that's going to reduce your target speed by 50% for 2 turns. The revenge version of this is going to be reduce your target speed 50% for 2 turns as a 2 times attack. And the way you trigger this ability is if your opponent has knocked out one of your creatures on the move previous to you bringing this off the bench. Additionally, it is equipped with the move of Mutual Fury, a very nice move that cleanses, increases damage 50% for 1 opponent turn, 2 turns for self, and increases your speed 10% for 2 turns with a 1-turn cooldown. And finally, we have Revenge Shattering Rampage. As a basic move, this is going to destroy shields as a 2 times attack that bypasses armor. As the revenge version of this move, you're going to destroy shields as a 2 times attack that bypasses armor and no delay. Because obviously if there were a delay, then you couldn't use it as a revenge move. Entelochops has 2 passive abilities. It is immune to deceleration and it is immune to stuns. What I want to do is I kind of want to give it a chance to be showcased. I'm going to go into the Raptor Scent Strike Tower that is currently available on my map, and I'm going to try to get the first creature knocked out. Now, as some protection, I do have some heavy hitters on the back end of this lineup. I don't know that I'll need them, but it never hurts. I'm going to open up the battle with the new common Inostrancevia, I believe is how you pronounce this one. And this thing is actually performing really well against a lot of these towers that I've been messing with. I'm going to open up with the only thing that I can do. I'm going to go with the distraction move. And while that's a good move if you're trying to win the battle, when you're trying to get knocked out, lowering your opponent's attack is never really a good idea. But I'm going to continue just to spam my distraction move against the Pyroraptor and hope that the Pyroraptor finds some attack in it to take me out. And it does not look like it is going to happen here. It looks like my level 10 is going to chew right through this level 13 and they're going to swap out to Delta, which means Delta is going to take an attack here. Not at all really what I wanted to see. But Delta is faster, so hopefully Delta can muster up 535 attack. I don't think it can. 626, all right, perfect. And then, if you have not seen the revenge mechanic in action before, this is the first time you're going to notice it. The little revenge icon at the bottom of the creature card, you see it's enlarged. It's not grayed out anymore, and it has like a glowing orange behind it. That is how you know the revenge mechanic has been triggered. Since this is a video about Entelochops, we are going to bring Entelochops in, probably to clean this thing out. This thing looks a lot like an orangutan or a gorilla. Probably not an orangutan, more like a gorilla, I think. But you see the 2 options that I have available for my revenge moves. It is impossible to miss. If you notice underneath my creature, there's this like pulsating like epicenter of yellow glowiness underneath me. It is impossible to miss that the revenge element is up, so make sure that you don't mess up when using this mechanic. So I think I want to, I just want to go for the most damage possible. I do get hit because my opponent is faster than me, but when it comes to the revenge, I'm just gonna kind of booty bump him out of the way, and that's the end of Delta. I really don't think I'm going to suffer any trauma here. In fact, at 129 and 126, just to be that person, I'm going to go with Mutual Fury here. Definitely not the move you want to make, and there were other moves that would have ended this battle right here, but the Mutual Fury is such a good move that I just wanted to have the opportunity to use it and show that now I am faster than a relatively fast 129? Than a relatively fast 129 Pyroraptor. Keep that in mind, this thing has a little bit of speed involved with it. From here, you will notice the revenge moves are no longer highlighted. So everything is going to default to its standard attack. There's no need to be crazy here. I'm just going to go for a revenge shattering rampage and get the knockout and move on to the final level of this tower. And for the third and final stage of this tower, I'm going to run 4 of the new creatures that we have. Inostrancevia is going to open, and then I have Entelochops, Scutosaurus, and Magenta Boa to close this thing out. Gonna kind of put everything together. Again, I'm going to allow the first creature to get knocked out. I really feel like Inostrancevia can do a lot of damage, and if I were to play it normal, I think I could probably at least take out one creature, and I might take out one creature just by default, but I'm definitely not trying to. I want to show off these revenge moves since they are the new mechanic in 1.14. So here we go. I'm just going to spam my basic move, which is Distraction. I really feel like Inostrancevia could be difficult to deal with if commons are allowed in future tournaments, and I know that they will be. There might even be one later this month. Keep that in mind. It does spawn in abundance. It might be worth leveling it up, but we'll look into that at a later time. For now, I'm just going to continue, and it looks like blue is going to make, well, like even blue didn't take it out completely. I didn't do a whole lot of damage to it, but I'm a level 10 common versus a level 15 exclusive epic, and I put up a decent fight. Like the crit kind of made it look worse than it was, but now I have 2 choices. Do I go with the Scutosaurus, or do I go with the Entelochops, pork chops here? Man, if we look at the 2 different move sets, I've got a decelerating impact if I go with Scutosaurus, and then I have 2 options with the Shattering Rampage or the Decelerating Impact, and I feel like Scutosaurus had, no? Oh, it does have the 2. It's got Decelerating Impact and Revenge Protection. We're going to go with Entelochops because there is a greater possibility of it getting knocked out, and then I can showcase another revenge type move. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight after the 2 times attack here. Distraction is going to lower this down to a 1 times attack. And I probably could have gone with Mutual Fury in that situation. I would have lost the revenge, but it would have totally set up the opportunity to get the KO on the next turn. Although I kind of feel like I'm probably going to get the knockout on the next turn. We'll see what happens with short defense here. Not a whole lot of damage. And if I had gone Mutual Fury, that would have actually set up even better because the Mutual Fury would have made me faster. Then I could have come in with the Rampage move on the next turn. Yes, I would have negated my revenge move, but I would have gotten the knockout there. So a little bit of gamesmanship there if you are running this in the battle arenas, whether you want to go Mutual Fury or if you want to go for the attack. And then your opponent has to decide, are you going to go for the self buff, or are you going to go for the 2 times attack? Pretty interesting little mechanic there. A lot of mind games could be possible with Entelochops or pork chops. But here we go, Scutosaurus. The revenge is ready to go. I think I want to slow down my opponent. I'm going to need to survive something here. That was a healthy chunk of damage that just came out at me. But look at all of that damage I just did, and I'm going to be faster. I think I'm going to go with the shield move here. I think that was the right decision. Maybe should have gone with the deceleration. I think the shield was probably the way to go, because what's going to end up happening here is now I can slow down my opponent. Maybe should have gone with the superiority strike in this situation to clean the distraction off of me. But maybe made a couple misplays here. But again, I'm not really playing this as being a strategic battle. I'm kind of just wanting to show off and highlight some of the features of this creature. What a move! Bam! He just gave the little slap. Now I have to make sure that Charlie doesn't do... how much armor do I have? 25%. I have to make sure Charlie is not going to get through this, and this might be close. I may have made a mistake right here. Oh, the crit. I should have switched out there. It happens, it happens. But had I made a couple different plays, if I'd have thought about my moves a little bit longer, I definitely would have emerged from that victorious. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and turn on the alert notifications while you're there so that you will know when the next video goes live here on the channel. And let me know down in the comments below, which of the new creatures that I've highlighted is your favorite. That's all I've got for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And until next time. And the animation's actually really cool on this. You see like the molten or the glowing halo surrounding your creature. It is very obvious when your creature has the revenge mechanic ready to go. So now I have the option. I can do a 2x attack, or I can do a 1x attack that's going to shield me for 4 turns. I don't think